Now you're going to turn your attention to managing your relationships, improving your relationships, and managing your broken alarm system. So the exercise in this phase is what's called an emotion diary. You can download the emotion diary here on my site, and you can use this diary over and over again at the end of each day to notice and track your emotional mind. This exercise helps you begin to map your emotions, their purpose, their function, and their wisdom. At the end of each day, you ask yourself, what was the strongest emotion I felt today? You write down the date and the emotion. You document the event that led to it. You then describe its purpose, the wisdom in the feeling, its tempo, so how fast it came and how slow it went. And then you determine the trigger that brought it. Some people I work with find that feeling disrespected by others is a major trigger for emotional flooding. Other people learn that people who expect too much of them all the time, well, they are major triggers. And still other people will find that feeling attacked or humiliated is a flooding moment. Well, once you know, you can begin to anticipate and lovingly support yourself to respond in new ways. You'll learn that your emotions have a rhythm and a tempo that's completely different from your rational brain. Your rational brain works logically, in sequences, in steps, and in order. Your emotional mind does not. Instead, your emotions are more like the sea, like the tides of the ocean. You'll learn that sometimes the emotional tide comes rushing in like a tsunami and then recedes just as quickly. But at other times, emotions come in really slowly without you even realizing. And they may not recede at all or for a very long time. One thing that many of my clients realize is that if they act, so if they behave badly in response to extreme negative emotions, those emotions are more likely to stay with them afterwards for many days and cause them agony. You'll learn that once you're flooded, you can't usually decide wisely. For me, I realized that if I could map my emotional tempo, then I could understand it and be better able to influence the rhythm of my emotions over time. So, to summarize, you can learn the tempo and rhythm of your emotions. You can learn what triggers strong emotional flooding and how flooding leads to unwise actions and words. You start the journey to self-coaching with love right here. You begin to improve your relationships with other people, especially in the way you respond to people when you are stressed or challenged or afraid. Now, notice how the way you learn to manage others is to learn how to manage yourself. You know, we're so used to feeling bad on the inside, then trying to change the outside world to make our insides feel better. That's the mistake we make. Okay, so we must exclude abusive or dangerous situations from what I'm about to say. So in abusive or dangerous situations, you should always act quickly on your feelings and get out of the situation. But in normal circumstances, when something or someone in the outside world makes us feel bad, we learn to resolve it by turning inward first. Other people sometimes behave badly. Sometimes they're fighting a battle within themselves just like we are. But once we've soothed ourselves, then we can act in the outside world to improve those situations. And that action is usually more productive and more loving toward ourselves and others. And so we start to notice that our capacity to act patiently makes us happy. And that's the gift.